Hello everyone, this is Dr. Esperanza. Kung hindi ka pa nakapag-subscribe sa channel ko, please hit the subscribe button para dumami na kayong mga natutulungan ko. Today we're going to be working on symbolic logic at kung paano mag-convert ng mga symbols into statements and vice versa. So ilan sa mga connectives at conjunctions na ginagamit natin para makabuo tayo ng mga compound statements sa symbolic logic ay yung tinatawag natin conjunction, disjunction, conditional at saka biconditional statement given by the following symbols na nakuha natin dun sa previous lesson natin about symbolic logic. So, ilan sa mga symbols na yan ay gagamitin natin para mag-translate ng mga symbols into an English statements at yung mga English statements naman ay gagawin naman nating symbolic form gamit yung operations or symbols na ginamit natin kanina. So let's say meron tayong tatlong statements in symbol form at itatranslate natin siya into an English form given that yung ating first statement which is P ay she is wealthy at yung Q she is happy. Now notice na yung ating mga English statements ay nagmumukha ng mga algebraic expression dito sa symbolic logic. So gagawin natin is i-apply natin yung konting math skill natin upang i-transform natin yung mga symbols into something na mas naiintindihan ng nakararami. So, ang mapapansin nyo, meron tayong mga symbols dito. Ito yung mga negation, ito yung and symbol, at yung or symbol na parang korteng letter V. So, yung statement number 1, meron tayong negation at meron tayong parentheses at P and Q. At mapapansin nyo na sa loob ng parentheses, meron tayong P and Q. So, ibig sabihin, para rin siyang mathematical expression na pwede natin gamitan ng mathematical concept yung ating symbolic logic para makabuo tayo ng statements na may sense. So, kung i-distribute natin yung negation symbol inside the parentheses, the equation or the expression would turn into not P and not Q. So, kung yung P ay she is wealthy at yung Q ay she is happy, yung ating statement ngayon para sa statement number 1 would be she is not wealthy and she is not happy. So, yan yung paggawa ng ating or pag-translate natin ng symbolic form ng isang statement into its English translation. Now, yung number 2 naman, meron tayong not P and Q. So, kung itatranslate natin siya sa English, hindi na natin siya kailangan pang i-simplify dahil ito na yung simplest form ng ating statement. Ang gagawin na lang natin is itatranslate natin siya doon sa given statements natin na P and Q. So, ang mangyayari niyan is negation ng P, she is not wealthy, and she is happy. So, ito yung ating translation dun sa symbolic logic natin no number 2. At yung number 3 naman, mapapansin nyo na yung ating symbol ay nag-iba, hindi na siya and operation, kundi or operation na siya. So, medyo yung iba nalilito kung ano yung and at kung ano yung or. So, basta tandaan nyo yung letter V, yung or, and then the other one would be and. So, in this case, kung i-distribute natin yung negation symbol or not symbol dun sa P at saka sa Q, meron tayong bagong statement na simplified version which is not P or not Q. So, kung i-translate natin yun sa dalawa nating statements na nasa taas, ang ating statement would be she is neither wealthy nor happy. So, yan yung pag-transform natin. So, para lang tayo nagtatranslate ng mga other language to another language. So, from symbolic logic into an English translation, yun lang yung ginagawa natin, knowing that yung mga symbols na ginagamit natin sa symbolic logic ay familiar na tayo. So, let's have another set of examples of statements, but this time, let's use P, Q, and R. So, tatlo na yung statements natin. P would be a student misses lecture. Q would be a student studies, and R is a student fails. So, kung gagawin natin yung ating symbolic logic into an English translation, mapapansin nyo na may bago tayong symbol or operation na ginagamit. Mapapansin nyo yung arrow going towards not R, yan yung tinatawag nating if-then na conditional statement. Na kung saan, yung first statement would be the antecedent at yung after ng arrow would be the consequent. So, kung ito yung ating antecedent at ito naman yung ating consequent, so kung bubuuin natin yung ating dalawang compound statements starting with the antecedent which is inside the parentheses, ang magiging statement niya would be Q which is a student studies and not P, which is a student not missing any lecture. So ang ating sentence form would be a student studies and does not miss a lecture. So yan yung ating antecedent. At yung ating consequent naman, which is not are, would be a student does not fail. So kung bubuuin natin ngayon yung ating compound statement, gamit itong ating symbolic logic, ang ating magiging statement would be, if a student studies and does not miss a lecture, then the student does not fail. So yan yung paggamit natin ng conditional statement na mayroong mga compound statements doon sa kanyang antecedent at saka sa kanyang consequent. So gawa pa tayo ng isa pang statement using compound statements na may parentheses. So let's say, yung ating symbolic logic would be given by this symbol. So notice na iba na ngayon yung ating symbolic logic, pero gumagamit pa rin tayo ng if-then na statement. Pero this time, nasa loob na siya ng parentheses. So para rin siyang math problem na kung saan gagamitan natin ng operation yung parentheses, kung saan igugrupo natin yung parentheses, and then yung mga wala sa parentheses, independent siya doon sa grupo na yon. So kung kukunin natin yung nasa loob ng parentheses, yung ating statement dyan ay magiging not P, then not R. At yung P natin is a student misses lecture, at yung R natin is a student fails, at inenegate natin siya parehas. So ang magiging statement natin would be, if the student does not miss lecture, then the student does not fail. So yan yung katumbas na meaning nung nasa loob ng parentheses. At yung ating Q statement na basic statement or simple statement would be a student study. So kung bubuuin natin ngayon yung ating statement using the symbols nung nasa taas, ang magiging statement natin ngayon would be Q and parentheses, not P, then not R, would be a student studies, and if the student does not miss lecture, then the student does not fail. So yan yung pagbuo natin ng ating translation from symbols into an English translation. So kung mas marami kayong alam na symbols using symbolic or set logic, mas madali yung paggawa natin or formulate ng ating statements, especially kung dadagdagan natin siya ng ating math background on the order of operations. So ito yung tinatawag nating mga dominance connectives. Yung mga biconditional at conditional statements, yan yung tinatawag nating mga dominant na mga operations sa set logic. At kung sila yung mga nasa dominant na operation, ibig sabihin yung statement na walang parentheses, magagawa natin siya ng groupings depende dun sa dominant operation. So makikita nyo sa example na ito, yung ating mga simplest form or simplified version nung ating compound statement na walang parentheses at nung compound statement natin na nilagyan natin ng parentheses. Take a look at example number 1. We have P, then Q, and not R. So yung ating dominant operation here would be the conditional statement if then. So ibig sabihin nun, igugrupo natin yung consequent nung ating function, which is yung Q and not R. So yun ngayon yung nasa loob ng parentheses kasi kailangan nating i-highlight yung antecedent and consequent. So igugrupo natin yung antecedent, igugrupo din natin yung consequent doon sa ating biconditional statement or conditional statements. So yun lang yung basic rule ng mga dominant connectives. So paano natin siya gagawin or gagamitin? Let's say meron tayong English statement and we need to transform it into a symbolic statement or symbolic form. So I do not fail the course if and only if I study hard and I pass the final. So meron tayong tatlong basic statements dito, P, Q, and R, at kailangan nyo i-identify yung mga statements na yon doon sa ating compound statements. So yung P, I fail the course, yung Q, I study hard, and R is I pass the final. So kung kukunin natin yung mga symbolic operations dito sa ating statement or compound statements, meron tayong negation, meron tayong biconditional, at meron tayong conjunction na and. So kung meron tayo ngayong tatlong operations at ang dominant natin is yung biconditional symbol na if and only if, given that yung first statement natin na fail the course is yung P, study hard is Q, and pass the final is R. Kapag translate natin siya at kailangan natin siyang lagyan ng parentheses, ang igugrupo natin ngayon is yung ating second statement. So sa biconditional statement, yung antecedent at yung consequent pwedeng magbaliktad. So in this case, yung ating Q and R ay pwede nating igrupo sa isang parentheses. So ito ngayon yung ating compound statement na translated from English to symbolic form using parentheses at yung mga dominant operation. So ito yung ating translation lesson na symbolic logic from symbols to English translation and vice versa.